Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday, the anniversary edition. How's everybody doing this evening? How are you doing out on the West Coast, Jamie?
I am doing
Doing it. What's up, Zach? How's it going? Lori, Azariana, Evelyn. Who else is in here? Everybody ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow? If you haven't taken your turkey out to unthaw yet, you might be screwed.
a little bit. I keep forgetting it's tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow is the turkey day, the turkey sacrifice day.
Yeah, but there's a...
What's up, Wendy? How's it going?
Oh,
Matt Payne in the house. What's up, dude?
Oh,
Jake,
yeah.
what's up?
Jason was just saying he's going to be watching a movie tonight. Didn't realize how late it was.
Yeah, man. Time sneaks up. Has a way of doing that. Yeah, night before Thanksgiving.
Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna cook some food.
Of course you are.
Yep.
But it's going to be bomb, too.
Hopefully. I haven't failed the turkey yet since I started cooking them. They come out actually pretty damn good.
How do you do yours?
I shove mine in the oven I put my, spices and herbs and whatever on it, and I stuff butter in it and usually throw some stuff like in the big cavity.
Of course you do.
I stuff the cavity, and I do a little triangle of tin foil over the breastises, and I stick it in the oven for 30 minutes on 500. And then depending on how heavy it is, I back it off to 350 after that 30-minute broiler run, and comes out nice and juicy. Trick is to not overcook it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like a dry ass turkey. Yeah, technically it is Thanksgiving right now. Well, here on the East Coast anyways.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Thanksgiving Eve, I guess is what you call it. I don't know, but
It's
hope
just
everybody.
weird this year, you know.
Yeah, it is. Hey, some places it's illegal to have a Thanksgiving gathering.
I was going to bring that up a second ago. People are like calling it their pet turkey funerals, because a funeral you can have like 30 people or so, but like a Thanksgiving gathering is supposed to be like what, 9 or 10?
Yep.
So they're calling it like
or 6, I think.
Yeah, like a funeral for my pet turkey, they say.
Yeah.
That's sick, but yeah.
Yep. Exactly. No, it's not a Thanksgiving dinner. It's a wake for my
Yeah,
pet. My pet turkey.
Morning.
Yeah, I hear old what's her name, crazy Michigan governor. I hear she's getting herself. She's digging her hole deep.
Your governor?
No, the Michigan governor. What's her name? Whitmore. Yeah. Gretchen Whitmore. She's getting on the poop list by quite a few of her local people. Yeah, Lori, only 6 of you tomorrow. Is that because it's illegal to go any more than that, or is there just 6 of you? I have feathers on the end of my guitar neck. They're not turkey feathers, though. The hell are they? Guinea feathers, I think.
As you can tell, I'm not caffeinated tonight at all.
Uh-oh.
I know. Also, I'm kind of trying to catch up. Well, let's see. What do we got for
What do we got for crazy news around the world?
Yeah. Of course, my phone didn't catch up to the stuff I sent myself. Well, one interesting thing I found. Long lines at a new Colorado In-N-Out spark a wild pantless fight.
Oh, at least they're at the In-N-Out. They already got their pants off.
Bruh.
Sorry. I did frequent the In-N-Out. Every time I've been to California, I'm like, I got to go check out the In-N-Out. So I have been to one a couple of times.
I always forget, you guys, because when my uncle came down from Michigan or Missouri, that was a big deal, was to go to In-N-Out.
Yep.
Like, I forget everybody doesn't have one.
Yeah. I'm looking for the damn picture. I know I have it. Here it is. Here's one of them anyways.
I was getting confused with, like, at first when I read it, like the people fighting over the chicken sandwiches, and I just realized this is, the hamburger place.
Yep.
These customers can't wait for their double doubles. The enthusiasm at one of Colorado's new In-N-Out burger locations sparked a pantless fight amid a 14-hour wait for the popular grub. The wild scene unfolded Friday in Aurora, one of 2 Colorado cities to open outposts in the California-based burger chain that day. In a video posted, 3 men can be seen brawling outside a line of cars. 2 of the men fall to the ground, with one of them losing his sweatpants in the process, the footage shows. The state's other In-N-Out location opened in Colorado Springs. By Saturday, the burger craze eased somewhat in Aurora, with drive-through wait lines reduced to 8 hours. The vice president of operations said the company was thrilled with the reception. I don't know if we've ever felt more welcome between the anticipation and the requests for an In-N-Out to come to Colorado. And now to see the customers out here this morning feels just great, he told the paper. Okay, so I guess he doesn't mind that people are brawling outside of his restaurant without their pants.
I don't know. If you're waiting 14 hours to get a freaking hamburger, ain't no damn hamburger on earth worth waiting 14 hours for.
No.
Unless it's like stuffed with $100 bills between the buns.
Like, what's happening that people are fighting over food? Like, seriously, people like shooting. Didn't somebody actually get shot over one of those
Oh yeah, the
chicken
Popeyes
sandwiches?
sandwiches. Yeah, people were going crazy over those things.
Yeah, like what did they
Like,
put in this stuff?
Yeah, beats me.
You surprise me, Lori.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the picture that I was looking for. Now I find it, according to, after you read the story is when I find it.
My comments aren't coming up.
That's something completely different. I am just screwing up left and right over here.
Yeah, you have the right one up, the parking lot one.
Yeah. Well, why does this always happen to me? I have everything all organized. Well, I've been on Marketplace and I've been looking to buy a boat, and I've been looking for boat motor parts and all kinds of stuff. I've been scouring the living crap out of Marketplace and Craigslist and this and that and all kinds of things. And today, just like I found some random things that just pop up, in Marketplace. And today, just a few hours ago, I found this ad in Marketplace, and says details: condition, used like new, ear weights, perfect for people with ears who want them longer. It's good. There's 2. Each one goes in your ear. Each one is heavy, and it will stretch your lobes while making a statement. Because statements, right? Well, because of statements, that they sell like weighted earrings, like we're stretching your earlobes out. And then I looked at the picture of these weighted earrings, and they look like this. Let's see. Here's the weighted earrings. And well, they could be used for something else. Maybe. It did say at the bottom of the ad that they were used, and they kind of seemed funny. I think that was somebody's comment.
Oh, I thought you said that was actually in the ad. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, at least they like declared it though. I'm like, well, it is used stuff. I mean, at least they're telling you.
Exactly, Laura. And they're the crystal ones too, that have the little shiny crystal on the part that sticks out. So they're pretty,
Oh yeah, you gotta have that bling.
Yeah.
That
Excuse me. Are those weighted
bling.
earrings, or are you wearing butt plugs in your ear? Yeah, they
Excuse me,
double
are
as
those
both.
butt plugs in your ears?
Yeah. Yeah, not new, but used butt plug earrings. Exactly.
Gently used.
Gently. We don't know for a fact. They could have been violently used, but it's a matching pair.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were his and hers set.
Could have been. At least they're both still there. I'd wonder where the other one went.
Yeah, really.
Or didn't.
Speaking of in and out, exactly.
So you said you bought those, or?
No, they haven't shown up yet, but I ordered them, So. What's the world coming to?
Yes, Laura. I brought that up to Rob when he showed me those, because earlier I had seen some very nicely made crystal, glass blown and crystal wands and plugs and self-love tools, but they had these blown glass ones. And the crystal, okay, I still don't think things should go together, and broken rocks and stuff like that, and those parts I don't think should be together. But these blown oh, Rob.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Just the ER stories, I can just imagine.
Exactly. Usually when you get a set of those butt plugs, they come in various sizes, for stretching your ears. So
yeah.
So these are a set of 2 of the same. So, maybe they kept the bigger ones for something else. It's Weird Wednesday, right?
Oh wait, you mean a set of 2?
Yeah.
Oh, because the sizes go one hole bigger for your ears.
Yeah, for your ear.
A hole bigger.
For your ear hole.
For your ear hole.
Well,
not your a hole.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, here's another strange story. Might as well go here too. Since we're on a roll with, butt plugs. A Florida man. Why is it always
no.
Why is it always Florida? I don't know, but it usually is. A Florida man gets caught stealing a Jenna Jameson doll from the adult superstore. So the story goes, the suspect walked up to the counter of Inner Secrets shop in Vero Beach, Florida. How many of you have been there? I may have been there. I don't know. Vero Beach, Florida, and asked worker Catherine Morales some questions about the doll. Following the perp's question time, he grabbed the doll off the counter and ran out the store with it without paying for the product.
Isolation is getting to people.
It is. While the Jenna Jameson doll is not further described by investigators, it appears that the stolen item was the Jenna Jameson Extreme doll, a battery-powered model in the likeness of the 39-year-old porn star, along with a vibrating ultra soft mouth. The full-size Jenna Jameson doll and its manufacturers features an exquisite, lifelike, removable
The JJ?
Yeah. Oh, and where you put the butt plugs. So
Dishwasher safe, I assume.
Oh, of course.
$300 is kind of a steal right there.
Yeah. I don't have a picture for the next one. But while we're on the subject, another
You didn't tell me these ones.
No, I didn't. I kept these a secret. Another Florida man. I don't even know how this is possible. I know they're small, but still. Florida man steals 850 pairs of panties from Victoria's Secret.
How many?
850. How the hell do you steal
That's
850 pairs of underwear?
$10,000.
Yeah.
And underwear. What's he
Yeah.
gonna do with it all? And it's clean.
Wow. I don't know. It says he stole these pieces from the Dream Angels women's underwear line, and the judge reading a report from the case in Espinosa, Florida, said the man had no money in the bank and has lived in South Florida his whole life. Thank you, he told the judge as he concluded the hearing, and the judge warned him, do not come back to Victoria's Secret unless you got money.
Any of
I
them?
know. So Florida man, you know, then oh God, there's another one. There's a Thanksgiving one. I forgot it. I had this one. There's another Florida. This has to be North Florida, because this, North Florida, like where I live, that's where all the rednecks and stuff are. And this is some straight up redneck shit right here. Florida man was arrested after urinating on an in-laws carpet during Thanksgiving gathering.
Wait, what?
You're there, right? Florida man was arrested after urinating on an in-laws carpet during a Thanksgiving gathering. Apparently, his name's Norfolk, and he began shouting. And when the cops arrived, they got in a big, typical, family fight, like over Thanksgiving. This was apparently last Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It could have been early Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know. It doesn't have a date. But they got in a big fight, and the cops showed up, and he was all pissed off and came out, and he told the officer he was kicked out of the nearby home of his girlfriend's brother-in-law. According to the police, the brother-in-law said Norfolk was escorted out of the house after he started urinating on the living room floor.
So he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Thanksgiving to remember. Hey, remember that time your Uncle Norfolk pissed all over the living room carpet? Wow.
I'm not even gonna say because I don't know who'd be watching, but I could top it.
Oh.
I know about them typical family over the holiday get-togethers, how they can end up.
Yeah. You get the family together, and there's some tension, and then the crazy uncle shows up, and he's been drinking all day, and yeah.
Always ends in a puddle of piss.
Is that some kind of North Florida ritual where you piss on someone's carpet if you don't like the food they serve? It could, yeah, I'm sure at several places here in northern Florida, it probably happens more than you would imagine. But hey, they pissed on the dude's carpet, so he was pretty mad about that after they shoved his head in the toilet and flushed it. So it's not just here. Even the dude got his carpet.
Ew, the toilet like after dinner and everything.
The swirly.
Mm-hmm. But those bathrooms get tore up after dinner.
Yeah.
I would not.
There's chunks in here.
Again, things I don't want to put together.
Yeah. So, do you have a different story? Because all mine are in the toilet. Not all of them, but there was a little string of them there.
Well,
Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I guess I can take
73 screenshots from the one that I decided not to do. Okay, well, to get our minds, I guess, out of the gutter, something a little interesting that you said you actually have an update to when you saw that I was going to do this one.
Ah, yeah.
And we're curious what you all think about it. A Utah helicopter crew discovers a mysterious metal monolith deep in the desert. Is that how you say that?
Deep in the desert? Monolith? Yep.
What started as routine wildlife assistance took an extraterrestrial turn Why do they got to go straight to that though? For Utah's Department of Public Safety, after officers stumbled upon a mysterious monolith in the middle of rural Utah. Officers from Utah Department of Public Safety's Aero Bureau were flying by helicopter last Wednesday, helping the Division of Wildlife Resources count bighorn sheep in southeastern Utah when they spotted something that seemed right out of 2001 Space Odyssey. One of the biologists spotted it, and we just happened to fly directly over the top of it, pilot Brett Hutchinson's told CNN. He was like, whoa, 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 turn around, turn around. And I was like, what? And he's like, there's this thing back there. We got to go look at it. And there it was. In the middle of the red rock was a shiny silver metal monolith sticking out of the ground. Hutchinson's guessed it was between 10 and 12 feet high. It didn't look like it was randomly dropped to the ground, but rather looked like it had been planted. We were kind of joking around that if one of us suddenly disappears and the rest of us make a run for it, Hutchinson said. Still, Hutchinson said he thinks it was most likely placed there by an artist rather than by an alien. That's what I would think, but you told me what you said. I'm assuming it's some new wave artist or something, or, somebody that was a big Space Odyssey fan, he said. Still, it's illegal to install structures of art without authorization on public lands, no matter what planet you're from, says Utah. The location of the monolith is not being disclosed, and it is not yet clear who or what put the monolith there. As of Monday, the BLM will be deciding whether further investigation is needed. So, yeah. My first thing when I saw this was either it's another distraction trying to keep us talking about something else, my conspiracy rabbit holes, or someone put it there. Whatever reason, I felt somebody put it there. But what did you hear?
But yeah, I had the same story, and then I saw this one, which it's on the internet, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's true. And I don't know why my voice is doing that. Do you hear that? Like weird? Nope, it's just me.
Just you.
It's the voices in my head. Yeah, according to Google Earth, they're saying that this monolith has been there for years. Let me find the damn article. Nope, it's not the butt plugs. Here it is. According to Google's archive of satellite imagery, I'm hearing my voice do weird stuff in the background. Hopefully it's just me. The monolith appears to have been erected at some point between August 2015 and October of 2016, and is less than a mile away from what appears to be a trail. A spokesperson for Utah's Department of Public Safety speculated to the New York Times that it could have been there even longer, telling the paper that for all we know, it's been installed since the 40s and the 50s. What? Somebody took the time to use some type of concrete cutting tool or something to really dig down almost in the exact shape of the object and embedded it really well. The spokesperson added, "It's odd." Well, no kidding. There are roads close by, but to haul the materials to cut in the rock and to haul the metal, which is taller than 12 feet in sections, to do all that in a remote spot is definitely interesting. Major hike. It would be quite an expedition and not without risks to get there. According to Google Maps, space poopy. According to Google Maps, it's about an hour and a half drive from the nearest highway, with a little more than half a mile of unpaved road to cover at the end of the journey. The location was initially kept under wraps by authorities to keep nosy trespassers at bay. Move along, nothing to see. The exact location of the installation is not being disclosed since it's in a very remote area, and if individuals were to attempt to visit the area, there's a significant possibility that they may become stranded and require rescue. A recent Utah Department of Public Safety statement read.
That's not what they care about.
Yeah. Officials are now calling for its removal as it's illegal to install structures or art without authorization on federally. I love this part. It's illegal to install structures or art without authorization. God, I can't talk tonight. And on federally managed public lands, no matter what planet you're from, according to the statement. So I guess our laws here also will have to be enforced in case aliens want to come and put another monolith in the middle of the desert. Hey, no, that's illegal. You can't do that here. So pew pew pew, exactly.
So when I looked at that little picture, that looked like some shiny metal. If it was there like that long, okay. I want to see that little picture again.
Which
Like,
one?
wouldn't there be some sort of like wear on it? Like, wouldn't it look a little more worn? Like, how would it stay so shiny? And then if it is space junk, like someone that fell out of a piece, because I thought about that, when they're talking about how perfectly, it was in there. Well, if it slammed down into it, it could cut itself in maybe. But wouldn't like the bottom of it be like burnt looking?
Yeah, I mean, like this picture, if you look at it, I mean, it looks pretty. It looks like somebody's been polishing their rod over there. It's all shiny looking.
Bit shining it.
Shining it up.
Good night, D.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty, pretty. Doesn't look like it's been. It looks like a big gold bar is what it looks like. Maybe it's gold. That's why they don't want nobody to find it.
It reminds me of metal shop, like the little, like name plates, little plates that you cut.
But whatever it is, whether it's some artist that put it there, it was a hell of a hike with a big chunk of metal and some tools to get it put there.
What if they had a mule or like an ATV or a mule? Could it get up there? Like, how heavy is that piece? That looks like a heavy piece of metal, though. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's thin right there, but I saw some other pictures, and it's actually looks like it's like a foot or more thick too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big slab of whatever. Who knows? Could be aluminum. It might be really light. I don't know what it is, or why it's there. It's weird though.
What do you guys think? Hey Tyler. Hey homie. Yeah, it does look kind of silver, huh? But I guess the top looks more tarnished than the bottom, unless that's just the way the light's hitting it.
Yeah. So is it a piece of art, or is it something else?
Or is the government trying to get us to talk about something else besides?
Yeah.
Don't want us to talk about.
Could be an antenna for an underground alien base where they slice and dice and eat people. I don't know. I'm just making shit up off the top of my head right now. That's how my mind works. Could open up new technology. Could be a G5 or what is it? Is that it? What's the crazy new cell phone thing that is going to melt everybody's brain?
Mm-hmm.
Is it G5? Yeah.
5G.
5G. I'm dyslexic.
I knew what you meant. At first I thought you were talking about a jet, but yeah, I knew what you meant.
G5, dog. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm delirious. Well, there was this other story that I have here. If I can find it. Where is it at? Right here.
No, but don't be sorry, Lori.
Exactly. It's Weird Wednesday. Let your freak flag fly.
Yeah.
So Debbie sent me this one, and I was like, "Hey, sounds like kind of like the one they found here." And she's like, it was the one they found there." Well, golly, I hear myself echoing.
I don't hear it, but some people in chat hear some stuff. You sound perfectly fine to me, but maybe that's because I'm on StreamYard with you.
Could be.
I'm gonna mute and listen to playback while you're talking.
This was a shipwreck. A shipwreck. Where's all the gold? Where's the rum? High winds and heavy rains from Tropical Storm Eta unearthed a 19th century shipwreck long buried beneath the sands of northeast Florida coast. Officials said, who are these officials? Local resident Mark O'Donohue, strolling recently along Crescent Beach, about 50 miles southeast of Jacksonville, came upon a collection of exposed timbers popping up from beneath a dune. He and researchers from the St. Augustine Lighthouse Archaeological Maritime Program, damn, that's a tongue twister there, or LAMP, I could have just said that. O'Donohue, 51, said maritime history is a core element of education in his native Ireland, so identifying the ship's wreckage came as second nature. It was a gut reaction I had from all the exposure I had in Ireland, where the shipwrecks were just a thing. O'Donohue from Dublin, told NBC News on Monday, I was able to put together all the information, and I looked at all the spikes, the metal bows sticking up from the wood, all the timbers that were going in the same direction. Marine archaeologists believe O'Donohue's discovery is the remains of a 19th century American merchant ship, likely carrying supplies such as flour and hardware up and down the East Coast. Everything we've seen so far is that hypothesis. The wooden planking, wood timbers, iron fasteners. LAMP director Chuck Mead said in a statement, they look quite similar to the other ships from the 1800s that we've seen. Pinpointing the exact location of the ship, such as its name or when the craft met its end, might be an impossible task. It might have been at the end of its life, and they ran it up on the beach and called it a day. Dump that tub. Or it's possibly wrecked further out to sea, and a portion of the ship made it to the beach. Pieces of the ship's wood showed burn marks, suggesting the vessel's demise may have been more controlled and not catastrophic. Davy Jones locker incident out on the high seas. Who knows? Could have got shot by a cannon back in those days and burned and sunk and then washed up on the beach. Who knows? My gut feeling is telling me the burning happened after the shipwreck, Mead said. Someone very well could have burned it for salvage purposes, because when you shift through the ashes and pull out metal spikes, you can sell them for scrap. So there you go. Too bad they didn't find a big wooden crate of gold medallions. Who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe he lugged that off and then said, "Oh yeah, I found this old boat."
Yeah. I wouldn't hold it again, but
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. But here, in Florida, if you do find a big box of gold medallions,
you can't turn it in.
Yeah, you can't keep it. You're supposed to turn it in. You're supposed
in. Supposed to. There's no way.
It becomes property of the state.
Yep.
I'm like, the state didn't buy my damn metal detector. The state didn't buy my shovel.
And my time to go dig shit up.
The state can kiss my ass. I'm keeping these gold medallions. I don't know what I'll do with them because I can't sell them.
Because you can't sell them. You can look at them.
I'll give you 3 to put in the museum. I'll keep the rest.
Yeah, it's like when you go, gold dig, all that. You throw a couple nuggets in your pocket. Yeah, this is all I found.
Yep. Yeah, there have been people that have found gold medallions, like, going down the beach looking for stuffs. And every once in a while, one or two of them pop up. So they're out there. I'm getting a weird echo on my end that's driving me crazy.
See, I didn't hear it when I listened back on YouTube, but
That's what it sounds like. It's just like it's
Do you
not
hear
much.
it when I'm muted though?
I think so. Do I hear it now? No, I don't know if I do or not. It just happens every once in a while, and it's like real staticky sounding.
When I just muted, it sounded a little staticky when you talked in your mic for a second. When I'm muted. Do you hear my vent?
A little bit, but it's no big deal.
Well, I don't know if it's cross when the audio crosses and we get that. I didn't give you a picture for this one, but I'm going to send it. Something else, since we're talking about space and stuff, that I think is interesting. I don't know if anyone else going to think is interesting, but Jupiter and Saturn are going to do something. 2020 being as weird as it is with all these different things going on, phenomena, however you say, different astrological things and all that. When it's the end of December, they're going to be so close that it's going to look like one big double planet.
Wow.
And the cool thing about this is it hasn't happened since, I believe, 1212. I have to read it. And then the Middle Ages, like every 20 years or so, I guess, gets kind of close, but it's going to look like a double planet. So I sent you a picture. And then okay, Jupiter and Saturn are about to do something not seen for nearly 800 years. Two largest planets in our solar system, Jupiter and Saturn, have fascinated astronomers for hundreds of years. But the two gas giants will do something next month not seen since the Middle Ages. They will look like a double planet. The rare occurrence will happen after sunset on December 21st, 2020, the start of winter solstice. Alignments between these two planets are rather rare, occurring once every 20 years or so. But this conjunction is exceptionally it's like totally rare because of how close the planets will appear to one another. You'd have to go all the way back to just before dawn, on March 4th, 1226, to see a closer alignment between these objects visible in the night sky. Between December 16 and December 25th, the two planets will be separated by less than a full moon. On the evening of why do they gotta talk like that? On the evening of closest approach on December 21st, they will look like a double planet separated by only fifth the diameter of the full moon. For most telescope viewers, each planet and several of their largest moons will be visible in the same field of view that evening. Celestial event can be observed anywhere on Earth, but the dude noted the further north someone is, the less time they have to catch a glimpse. And ocean on Jupiter's moon could be habitable. Oh, that was like a link. Stargazers should try to see the event next month or risk waiting a long time for the next occurrence. The two planets won't be this close to each other again until March 15, 2080, and sometime after the year 2400. So, right now, tonight, Mars is conjoining with the moon, and we're in eclipse season right now. We're on eclipse coming up pretty soon. So we have a lot going on.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of space strangeness happening. Yeah, when are the aliens going to come? Christmas?
You're already here.
Christmas aliens? Okay, maybe I'll rephrase that and say, when are the aliens going to
be like, yo, I'm an alien?
Yo, I'm an alien, exactly. Reveal themselves. My brain checked out for a minute there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you guys saw, it is our 1-year anniversary show. And it's not the total, not 1 year of Weird Wednesday, but it's the 1 year anniversary of Jamie and me doing these together as a live broadcast. And I'm going to blame it all on her and say thanks to her. She's the reason why we're doing this. Because she bugged me about doing it. And finally, I was like, yeah, let's do it.
And that's because you guys said you needed something in between Paranormal Soup on Sunday.
Yep.
So we thought we'd do some extra ITC and stuff. Do some more experimenting since we're not doing as many ITC shows on Paranormal Soup.
Yeah. So here we are, a year later, and we're still
Only
doing
missed one.
Yeah, we've only missed one out of a year, which is spectacular for me.
For me.
For both of
The
us.
one was my fault too.
So yeah, I dug up the very first Weird Wednesday video that I ever did. And it's from, I don't know when it's from. It's from like several years ago. It's when I was living out of my old house. And I started out my YouTube channel just doing like, I used to be a vape reviewer. Kind of like Zach reviews cigars and stuff. I used to review vape gear and like vape liquids and all that stuff. And I chose the name. What the hell's my name? Old City Vape.
See?
Good God, man. Maybe I need to vape something else to get my mind working. Anyways, I chose the name Old City Vapors kind of because I was doing vape stuff and because I always had that weird paranormal thing and, you know, vapory, kind of ghosty. Figured I could tie it in. And all the weird crap that used to happen at my old house. I lived out there for, I don't know, 15, 16 years, I think, something like that. God, it seems like a long time. But anyway, this is the very first one I did. I'm going to kind of speed through it. This is back when Weird Wednesday started. This is when I used to just tell stories of, you know, my experiences and stuff. And this was one of them. And like I say, this is the first. Holy loudness. It's back when it was a Weird Wednesday vlog. Because that was like the cool trending word, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to speed it up here because
we go get some lunch.
I'm just like
We
rambling.
come back and
Okay, now this is part of the story.
Me and my wife, regular thing. My mom, strange. You know, always thought it was haunted. And so did my friends. And,
I'm talking about the old house I grew up in right here.
You know, my mom's like, she's a real, you know, religious person. And, but, you know, things would happen in the house that you just couldn't explain. And not just every once in a while. I mean, it was a pretty regular thing. And everywhere I've moved, just weird shit's always happened. I don't know, it like follows me or something. So the other day, the weekend, you know, me and my wife, we go out. We've been living in this house now for 13, 14 years, something like that. We live out in the country, and
where you hear banjo music.
Get ready. We go into town. We go get some lunch. Went and had sushi and a couple other
fancy
things along the way that we had to get done. Anyways, we come back. We're only gone 3 or 4 hours. We come back and I go in the bedroom. I'm checking my email. She's in the kitchen doing something. And I hear this, you know, bang. Thinking, what the hell is she doing? Throwing dishes or something? What'd I do now? And then I hear she like calls my name. So I come out, I get up, I go out that door right back there. And she's looking at me and she's like, "What are you throwing? What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm not doing anything. What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm in the kitchen and I just heard this loud noise." And, we look around, and in the middle of the floor lies this piece of, it's a piece of fence. I'm in jail, man. Let me out. It's a piece of fence that we bought this little fence kit for our puppy when we first got her 4 years ago or so. And it makes like a little playpen area. And now we have a new puppy too that we added to the dachshund gang. And so we set this playpen thing back up for her. It's been set up now for 6 or 7 months. This piece that I showed you was an extra piece that was stored away behind some other stuff. No way, for a dog or anything to get to it. Well, it's laying in the middle of the floor, in the living room floor. Apparently, that's what we heard fall or get thrown or whatever the hell it did. It was now in the middle of the floor. And, I mean, this thing weighs, probably a couple pounds or so. It's pretty decent size. It's like 30 by 30 or so. No, the wind didn't blow it. No, a dog didn't throw it across the room. I have miniature dachshunds. Weird, huh? I can't really explain it. And that's just like one of the things that happens here. We haven't really had too much stuff flying around, but we'll just be sitting there and watching a movie or something. Now, me and my wife haven't smoked in this house for the last 10 years or so. We'll be sitting there watching a movie and or whatever, and it's like somebody blows cigarette smoke in your face. You don't see it, you just smell it. And I mean, it's like strong, like really strong. And I'm looking at her and she looks at me, and neither one of us are smoking. And as fast as you smell it, then a minute or two later, completely gone. Don't smell it at all. And a couple of times it's been a really, she'll be sitting there reading a book, and I'm watching YouTube videos or whatever. And all of a sudden it's that same thing, but it's like perfume, like a really flowery perfume smell. And as fast as it shows up out of nowhere, it's gone a minute or two later. It's like, a woman walked by that was just like doused in perfume or something. And normally that, if that really happened, that perfume smell would kind of linger. I'm pretty sensitive to perfumes. I don't wear it, neither does my wife. And just weird shit like that happens all the time, man. I get tons and tons of stories like that from all over. A lot of them from here, and a lot of them from the other house that I lived in, and the house before that, and the one before that. And did you see somebody walk by? Just no, I'm just kidding. Hope not, anyway. But yeah, just weird shit, man. Like I say, it's got nothing to do with vaping, really. But sitting here making videos. Figured I'd tell you what happens around my vaping household on a somewhat regular basis. So anyways, I got more stories. I'll try to do a weird Wednesday video maybe next week and the week after, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Anything weird ever happen to you guys? And by the meaning of weird, I'm gonna just go ahead and include it all. weird, like weird shit. Like I'm talking ghost weird.
Rob, you asked for it.
Bigfoot. Who knows, man? Anything. I'm open to any of your comments or whatever, because I got seriously enough stories to write a book, make a movie, and do whatever. So, anyways, that's enough of my Weird Wednesday rabble dabble, McBabble. Shit, I lost my. Oh, here it is.
Oh my goodness. You know, I said like 30 times, I think,
That's all right. That's good though for like.
Talk to you guys later.
And the porn music.
Yeah, man. I had that boom, boom, chaka, wow, wow. Yeah. That was my porn music. I mean, my intro music for a long time. I may have to bring that back. I don't know. Yeah, that was the very first Weird Wednesday video I ever did. God,
Remember how weird it was to start like vlogging and stuff, just sitting there and like trying to like think what to say,
Yeah. I was kind of used to it from doing, the vape reviews and stuff, but I figured, I got a lot of weird shit to talk about. I might as well throw that. My YouTube channel is just like eclectic. Like there's vaping, there's guns, there's paranormal, there's drones, there's music, there's like I'm like an octopus just going in every direction. No defined direction, just very unorganized and eclectic.
Hey, it doesn't matter as long as it's forward.
I don't know. I usually go 2 steps forward and 6 steps backwards, but that's my life.
Until our karma just got reset.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Everybody's.
It's a new path.
It's a new path.
So yeah, that's kind of where Weird Wednesday started. I don't know how many years ago that was. That was like 6 years ago or something.
That's what I was guessing. I was trying to think like 5 or 6.
Well, let me take a look if I can.
Because I remember watching like your vape reviews, like because I saw it like doing like the ghost box stuff, and then you had your vape reviews, so I watched several of them.
Yeah.
And so it had to be like 5 or 6 years or more now. No, dude, that's got to be more. No?
Maybe. I don't know.
5 or 6 years.
It's been a while.
I just heard myself like echo out.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
I just heard myself like echo out. Get the boxes set up.
I'm trying to look on YouTube and it's fighting me. It's going to do it again. On YouTube and it's fighting me. See what I'm saying? It won't let me go backwards. I can't even look in my own videos to see when that was from. Anyways, it was from a long time ago. There you go.
Yeah, I have to like go backwards. Like I can't get into my own. I have a hard time getting my stuff anymore. Like I had to sign in another way to find my playlist because I couldn't get my own playlist as myself.
Yeah.
Like what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell? Yeah. So if you haven't watched my early Weird Wednesday videos, they're on a playlist on my YouTube channel, and it's back the first. I don't know, like the first 75 videos were just like stories of like my house. What happened today in the house? What happened in my old house? What happened when I went to the weird little haunted house down the street, and just weird stories. And that's kind of where it started. And this many years later, here we are. I kind of stopped doing them after a while, and didn't do any YouTube videos for a while. And then
Yeah,
Jamie.
it was like both of us. It was like almost like a 2-year break.
Yeah.
Wasn't like almost. It was over a year. It had to be like 2 years. 'Cause I stopped even streaming from my channel. That was like a reason, like too. Like I'm not streaming no more, and you're not streaming no more.
Yeah.
Because I was doing the same thing, just my ghost box sessions and just randomly just talking about my weird shit. And I figured I'd just post it, and whoever thought it was interesting or could relate to it,
Yeah.
it'd be there. Kind of like helping build a paranormal database, of experiences. It's like, well, maybe it might help somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you never too late to. What's up with these cigar reviews I've been hearing about that I haven't seen?
He's got a few of them going.
Does he?
Yeah.
Why aren't I seeing them
I don't know.
on Facebook or
Yeah.
Instagram?
So, Facebook, I think, and Instagram, right, Zach? Yeah. Yeah. Wendy's from way back in the vape days. Yeah, the story of my friend who passed away and appeared on my back porch, looking through my back porch window. That was a trippy one. Yeah, Zach posts them on his Facebook page. I've been kind of laid way low from Facebook lately. I broke my silence and had to wish Jamie's mom happy birthday the other day, though.
Well, what about your story that the woman that passed in the house? You want to tell your story?
Oh, my friend, I think that's the one she may be talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, your friend.
I think I've told it a couple times, but I'd gone out one night, came home, and I don't know what I was doing, whatever, just moving around the house or whatever. And right when I got home, I walked the house that I used to live in. It was out on the beach. Well, not right on the beach, but just like a block away from the beach or whatever. And it was that typical Florida house that had the big back porch that was enclosed and had a big plate glass window on the back porch that looked out into the backyard. And when I walked in the front, I walked in the front of the house and I'm like putting my stuff down or whatever. And I looked out that plate glass window and here's one of my friends standing there, and he's just like kind of waves at me and smiles. And it scared the crap out of me because dude's in my backyard, like looking through my window. And I'm like, what the hell, man? It freaked me out, But I mean, I saw him like plain as day standing there. So I go out the back porch and I, open the door and I'm going to ask him, like, what the hell are you doing in my backyard, man? And there's nobody there. So he's like completely gone. So I'm like, I know I saw him, without a doubt. I know what I saw. And, it wasn't no ghostly image or nothing. It was my friend standing there, just like waved at me and smiled. And like, what the hell? I walked around the house. I'm like, where'd he go? Couldn't find him. I come back in and it's probably, I don't know, about 45 minutes later, maybe an hour later, my phone rings. I answer it and it's one of my friends. And he tells me that the guy that I saw out my back window and another friend of mine had just gotten killed earlier that night in a car wreck. They not only got killed, but they got knocked off a bridge into the water and died. Got hit by a drunk driver on the bridge. And I saw the dude standing out my back window. I had no idea. I mean, this was like almost an hour later when my friend called me and told me this. And I was freaking out because I was like, no, man, I just saw him.
Wow.
And they're like, no, this happened, like 3 or 4 hours ago. And I was still like, even after the phone call, I thought it was a joke or something at first, and I was still like, dude, I'm thinking in my head, I just saw him. I didn't see his ghost. I saw him.
There's like no question. You saw him.
Yeah. I mean, I went outside looking for him, like gonna say, dude, what are you in my backyard for? Creeping on me.
Wow.
And yeah, I saw him plain as day. I saw him without any question in my mind. I saw him. There was no guessing of who, it may have been somebody. No, I saw my friend standing there, and he was just standing in the window, and he smiled at me and waved.
Here's what we thought of. That's gonna make me cry.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. But no, fully, I saw him, and he had been killed several hours earlier by a drunk driver in a car knocked off the bridge into the water. And it's weird. That's kind of stuck with me. That was a long time
He's
ago.
with you.
And it's always stuck with me. That and a few other stories like that. Pretty strange.
That's crazy. I mean, not crazy. I mean, it's like crazy though,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does sound crazy. Hell, I thought I was crazy, but it was a weird one.
And my mom, I got a call from my grandpa when he drank and like gave himself a concussion. He fell down the stairs in San Francisco, knocked his head because he was like a drunk, and went into a coma out on the sidewalk. So emergency, everything's out there. Didn't know, My mom gets a call, and it's like my grandpa, and it's all staticky and stuff. He's like, Ann, and she, it goes out. So she calls back, and the paramedics answer, and she's like, I'm calling for, Cliff. And they're like, I'm sorry, found his family member. Sorry to tell you, he's out being worked on, and she's like, well, he just called me. He goes, they're like, that's impossible. He's been in like unconscious for like, I can't remember how many minutes. It was like probably 45 minutes or something by the time,
Wow.
She had got this call. So he had been definitely was not around no phone.
Yeah.
But it was clear, like she heard his voice and, saying her name.
Yeah.
And she's all he was like our adopted grandpa, and there's like a long story to it, but it would make sense why she would be the person that he would call.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of running my family, like my mom now is, in her 90s, and I always hear her like talking to my dad or her brother or to who knows who. And, sometimes it's like, oh, man, she's going crazy, she's got dementia or whatever. But I sit and listen sometimes to her conversations that she has, and they make total sense to who she's talking to. And it's kind of weird. I don't see, maybe she's seeing them. I don't see them, but maybe she is.
I think she's tapped into like able to see like another realm.
Yeah. And it's weird. It's always been like my grandmother, even when she got old, even when I was a little kid, before she kind of got the dementia or whatever, she would always like we used to eat dinner at my grandparents' house. Like every Sunday we'd have a family dinner, and everybody would be there. And she'd like get up from the table, and she'd go, we had like, this is like dating myself, but we had one of those, or they had one of those rotary, dial-up phones that was at a little desk that had the phone, and it was like its own little, it was a phone desk.
Mm-hmm. The phone table thing.
Yeah. And she would get up from dinner and go sit over at the phone. And, everybody would be like, what are you doing, Grandma? And she's like, somebody's going to call. And everybody would be like, oh, shit, here we go. Ring, the phone would ring, and she'd be sitting there like, boop, answer it. And I mean, that happened not once, not twice. That I saw that over the years, like dozens and dozens and dozens of times. She would know if somebody's going to call. I'm over there one day. I'd get out of school or whatever. I'd go to my grandparents' house until my mom got off work, and then she'd come pick me up from my grandparents' house. And I'm sitting there. I remember laying on the floor, and I was watching like Gilligan's Island or something. And my grandmother was sitting in the living room, and she got up, and she had this real worried look on her face. And I'm like, "What's up?" And she's like, "Somebody's in trouble. Somebody's been in a wreck." And I'm like, "Okay, here goes grandma again." She goes in over there to the damn phone, and like within a minute the phone rings, and it's the police calling and telling her that my mom has been involved in a car wreck. And she was okay, but her car is really banged up and blah blah blah, and she was being taken to the hospital. And like all the time, it would happen all the time. And I remember asking her, like, when I was a little kid, like, "Are you a psychic?" And she was like, "No, there's no such thing as psychics." And I'm like, "Well, you're something.
You're something.
You're something. I don't understand it quite yet, but you're something strange." And she would call stuff out, and it would sound totally crazy. And within a minute or so, it would happen. And yeah, Lori, I do see feathers sometimes. That's why I have feathers hanging on the end of my guitar necks usually.
I just got my special one the other day that I'm still hanging on to, hoping that this means something.
Yep.
That I think it might. 35 seconds.
Righto. Yeah, there was all kinds of things. I do remember one story that wasn't really paranormal, but I totally flipped my grandmother out. We were on a family vacation. We were going to North Carolina, and we'd like pulled off at this little cheesy hotel to spend the night. And it had these weird windows, and there were like dirty screens in the windows, and it was kind of rainy and misty outside, and there was a street light or something. There was a light somewhere, and it just happened to be like I got up and looked out the window, and it kind of freaked me out at first, but the light on this funky dirty screen was making this weird, like it was moving, and it was like this weird, I don't know, like almost pentagrammy looking, pentacle looking thing. But it was just light reflecting on this dirty, funky screen that the wind was blowing. My grandmother she was getting older then, and I remember like going, "Holy crap, there's a UFO outside." And she kind of walked over there and looked out the window and saw it and started freaking out. And I was laughing. And my mom figured out what I was doing, and she was like, "You're such a jerk." Freaking your grandmother out. Yeah, it was pretty funny though. My grandmother didn't think it was funny though when she figured out I was pranking her.
You're a dick.
Yeah, I fully am. That's like I'm taking care of my mom nowadays, and she does. I see just wow, it's a trip. But then I think, yeah, she's just getting me back for all the shit I pulled when I was a kid. I deserve it. So I get frustrated at times, but yeah, whatever. Jamie's right.
Cycle of life, right?
Yep. It's payback.
It's not payback.
Well, it's yeah, it's something.
The circle of life.
Yep.
You're a good son.
Well, I got one little video I guess I could play, and then we could do some ghost box action.
Nice. This is Starbucks espresso blend,
Oh,
Zach. Though I usually, if I'm drinking coffee, hit the Death Wish or the what is it, Devil's Mountain?
I've been on a Black Rifle coffee kick lately,
Ah, so I haven't had the Black Rifle.
but yesterday I bought some. What is it, 1855 or something like? I forget what it is. It's the Pioneer Blend Black Gold. Because I've been making my coffee with a copper coffee press because I'm all fancy now. And man, pressed coffee, I make that shit strong. You can stand the spoon up in it.
Like I was gonna say some mud.
Yeah, it's muddy. Yeah, a lot of the feathers I find they're kind of gray and white. Some brown ones. The ones on my guitar they're kind of brown spotted. They're guinea feathers. I didn't find those though. I bought them in a mystical shop. Yeah, cigar reviews and coffee.
Oh yeah, I forgot Audrey does have some coffee. I'm missing half of our chat comments. Like I'm between reading what you're putting up and putting it together with what I am getting.
Yep, I've gone all yuppie with the coffee press. Hey, it was $20 in the grocery store. It's not too fancy. I have a friend that has one that's like $300. I'm like, damn, dude, it makes the same cup of coffee as mine.
Is it faster?
I usually boil when I make my coffee now. I boil the water, get it all bubbly and hot, and I have the coffee in the press, and then I pour the water in, and I usually I stir it around and let it sit there for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then press it, pour it, and drink it.
So you're extracting every bit of caffeine out you can.
Yeah. And I got the Keurig too, but ever since I got the coffee press, I only use the Keurig for myself now, and like if I'm running out the door and I just want a cup of coffee and like,
They're expensive as hell though, right? Yeah. For all those little things.
Yeah, when you buy a 12-pack of coffee, I usually get them on sale. I buy them when they're on sale. If not, they're like $10. Yeah, wherever I'm at, there, the grocery store or wherever.
But I'm like, buy $23 bags of coffee, so I can't.
Yeah. Black Rifle's a little expensive. Hell, man, I was in the grocery store tonight and I was gonna buy a bag of Death Wish coffee, and that shit was $20.
That's what I'm saying. It's usually $18 to $20 sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the Black Rifle coffee that I get is $12 to $14.99. Tonight I bought a bag of community coffee that was on sale for $5.99.
The Starbucks ones are $6.99 at Target, but like $10.99 at Lucky's.
Yeah. I used to drink Starbucks. I haven't drank it in a long time now. When they started getting all pissy about, can't bring.
That's why I don't buy. I don't go into their restaurant, and it's not me that likes the Starbucks.
Yeah,
it's just what's.
I like it. I found a bag of, I think it's Brazilian coffee from Starbucks. It was like some specialty bag that they had, and they're like really dark, oily beans. And I ground some of that up the other day and made it. It was pretty good.
Why is it oily?
They're just real dark.
Damn.
Grizzly, dark, oily beans. Shouldn't say oily. They're just real dark, shiny beans.
Oh, okay. It's like leaking?
Leaking. My beans are leaking.
You can have leaky beans.
Yeah, we talked about that one coffee. What's that one coffee? The most expensive coffee in the world? The ones that some animal
that shits out, right?
Yeah, they eat the berries and then shit the seeds out, and shit the coffee beans out and they
Yeah,
collect.
they shit the coffee beans out and then they like reuse the shit out. Why
Yeah.
am I doing that? Coffee beans. What was that helping me think?
It's like a Play-Doh pumper. They're pumping the coffee beans out their animal butthole, and somebody's sifting through the turds, getting the coffee beans. Who thought of that? Who thought, hey, there's coffee beans in this poop. Let's make some coffee out of it and try it. Who's the first person to think of that?
Probably like Bear Grylls or something.
Yeah. Like, who's the first person to eat an oyster?
Okay.
You know?
Who's the you? Okay, my mom told me about these things. Remember the penis fly traps?
Yep.
Okay. There's something she said she was going to show me the article, but or not. It's not the article. As an episode, and it was like Ozzy and Jack Osborne. You know, they would go to these different places, and they're like eating these like weird foods and stuff. And so there's like some place they were at. Like Ozzy was cool with the oysters and all that. Okay, so get this. They stick this thing down into the sand, in the dirt, whatever. And she said, and I haven't seen it. This is her description. And it like pumps all this like air and water and shit, you know, to make, you know, into the sand. And then these things shoot up and they suck them out and they look like penises.
Yep.
So they look exactly like penises, different sized penises. And then the lady goes and cuts it up.
Oh.
And eats it.
Yep.
And it's like, who was the first person to think that? Okay, looks like a dick. Let's eat it.
Looks like a dick. Let's eat it. Looks like a dick. Let's eat it.
Right? So, you know, it's a delicacy. And, you know, that, yeah, you heard that correctly.
You heard that correctly. Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm not even lying. It shoots a white poisonous liquid on its prey first to kill it.
Yep. It's like sea cucumbers or something.
And they just, it's like nature's joke. It looks like a bunch of just dicks growing in the forest. Like you do want to go around and kick them, like just different, again, size little dicks sticking out of the ferns.
Hey man, what are you doing today? I don't know. Let's go dick kicking in the forest.
But I actually had put like a thing, because where did I post? I posted it on something and I was like, shit, I'm going to get flagged for this. It looks so much like a dick that I know I'm going to get flagged. Like I did like 18 takes. I'm like, this is not a plant. This is not a plant.
Yeah. Yeah, I was out in my backyard when I used to live at that house that I did the first Weird Wednesday video from. I was walking through the yard and I looked down and I'm like, what the hell? There's a dick growing out of the ground. And it was some sort of mushroom that looked just like a dick. I took a picture of it. I still have it here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I've been
like, damn, there's dickweed growing in my backyard.
It's a dick growing in my yard.
Yeah. Weird. Weird. Nature is weird. Nature has a sense of humor.
Yes, big time.
Sure.
Big time. Like you don't just make things that look like dicks. Like you don't put, you know, have one thing be for something and then think, oh wait, let's see, we gotta, you know, make this weird sea creature in the sand. Well, I'm out of ideas, so let's just recycle the dick mold, you know?
Yeah.
Just make a bunch of dicks.
Yep. It's like Clone a Willy.
I don't know, but there's a song that says,
yes.
yes, Ulrich, in many cultures, women are considered to be the best at spirit work. I think it's because women are more just in tune. Like,
women are amazing.
Weird stuff. I think everybody has abilities, but women are a weird creature.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
don't trust them much.
Dudes are, you know, hey, we got a dick. You know, but girls, women can, like, man, they can, like, they grow a human inside them. That shit's amazing to me. To this day, that's still amazing. I don't know, you know.
And we know all. Oh yeah, I've seen that it looks almost like a creepy like corpse hand that grows out of the ground, right?
Oh yeah.
And it like grows like once a year. Like they've got like the corpse plant that actually is like a ugly ass flower that opens once a year and is supposed to smell like rotting dead ass flesh. And then they have like the corpse. There's like this other thing that looks like a hands, like corpse, like zombie hands coming out of the ground.
Yeah, I had one of those. My sister gave me one of those. It wasn't the corpse plant, but it was a cactus, and I'll be damned if I can remember the name of it. It has a really cool, when it blooms, it's really cool looking. The downside is it smells like a dead body rotting on your front porch.
And that's what I was thinking. It was a cactus. Like the thing I'm talking is a cactus, not a mushroom.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It bloomed, and I'm like, wow, man, it's this really cool. Almost reminds me of like a lily bloom or something. Really cool looking, but man, it stinks. Like it smells like there's a body farm in your flower pot. It's bad, and the flies love it.
Yeah.
That ought to tell you what it smells like.
When we went down on the coast like a month ago, they have down there this carnivorous, because there's all the nurseries and stuff out there, and they had the carnivorous plant store. So we went in there, but there was nothing. It was closed. We're looking for, well, the hummingbird plant, and then they just have like these exotic ass weird carnivorous plants, but
Yeah,
I guess because of everything going on, they're not, doing what they normally would do out there. So there was like everything was locked up, and the other nurseries were open, but that little section was closed. Didn't say when they're gonna come back. I was bummed out.
Trying to get my ghostly box set up over here. Hey, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay, that's enough of that staticky.
was what circumcised the fly trap. Yes, I would say it's was considered. Yeah, it was circumcised. If that's what you're asking. The things in the ground, I don't know, Rob.
Yeah, they were. Yep, it was definitely had been to the chop shop.
Oh man, brutal.
But yeah, that's a brutal
That's
thing in its
fucked up.
own.
That's just so fucked up.
Who thought of that? Who's the first person to think of that? Hey, let's cut a little bit of dick skin off that dick.
Let's just cut this off, the most sensitive part of your body. While you're a baby, and I don't know, none of you guys remember any of it, right? Were any of you like traumatized though by it?
I don't really can't say that I remember it. That's like saying, yeah, I'm circumcised. Yeah, I don't remember it. Thank God.
That'd be horrible.
We're just gonna saw a little bit of your wiener off.
Like when they, what's that called, a brisk? When they have like, Jewish religion, when they have like the dude come in and everybody, they have like a big deal and everybody watches it happen. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about though? Like they don't just do it in the hospital. It's like a celebration where like the dude holds the baby as it's happening, and it's like everybody's like watching it. It's like, this poor child. Like that just seems
Barbaric.
frightening to me.
Yeah.
And then having all these people watching I'm not knocking anybody's, just to me it seems scary.
Hey, you got any plans next Thursday? No, what's going on? Come on over, man. Watch my son get his dick chopped on. We'll
Yeah, we got cold cuts and we'll have a deli platter.
we'll have some summer sausage and
Yeah.
some honey. Uh,
Yeah, rabbi. That's the word I can't remember.
Special dipping sauce. Wow.
Well, then what's the party called? Is it a brisk? Like there's a word for it. Like, sure.
A bris.
Oh, brisk.
Sounds like a public torture session to me, but
Yeah, singing brisk was more like Lipton iced tea, but
brisk. We're having brisket. We're having leftover penis shavings for lunch.
kind of like after we had the the cattle roundups, and then you have that bucket of balls at the end. You don't eat nothing called anything by offering you an oyster after a roundup is not seafood.
Yeah. Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah. Like, who was the first person to eat bull balls?
And the thing is, it's dudes. Like, come on. Like, what kind of barbarian man would think to rip a nut out of an animal and then like barbecue it?
Hey, you savages want to come over and eat some nuts?
Like, I could see like maybe a messed up woman starting that trend, but like, I mean, it's like the men that enjoy it the most. It's like, seriously? Like, you guys are eating balls. Like, no.
Man. Yeah.
And again, not knocking cowboys.
Not knocking cowboys,
I'm
but
just not into fried balls.
not the fried balls. Yeah. I've probably eaten one at one point in my life.
I know for a fact I haven't, unless somebody snuck it to me in some sort of food that I didn't know about. But as far as I know, I haven't eaten a fried ball.
Yeah, I've eaten some strange food, I've eaten the fish, the whole fried
You
fish.
eat gross shit.
Yeah, I've eaten some strange stuff.
No, you've eaten some gross shit.
Okay, yeah.
Flashing back to.
Yeah.
But see, I can't even eat. Like, for me, what's weird is like not weird to most people. I'm really weird about my food.
Yeah. I like mayonnaise. I know you don't.
No.
Oh, speaking of mayonnaise. Yeah. I saw a video yesterday of a girl in some contest. She wasn't just doing it for fun. Well, I guess she was doing it for fun, but it was a mayonnaise eating contest. And she had big jars of mayonnaise and she was shoveling it down. I mean, just shoveling it down. I'm like, there's going to be some puking involved in this life in the next 30 or 40 minutes. It was making me nauseous, and I like mayonnaise.
The smell was a Miracle Whip.
I don't know what it was, but she was just piping that shit down like it was gold. My good God Almighty. That's going to be ugly coming out. Wherever it comes from.
That's a dirty girl, man.
Yeah, man. She was just like,
that's worse than what I told you I seen on TikTok the other day. A girl eat. Like, I handled that better than I can handle the thought of the mayonnaise eating contest.
Yeah.
And not even on Weird Wednesday am I going to tell you what this girl ate on TikTok. Sorry.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. It was a little weird.
Information.
What is the role?
Saki.
So what organization?
He also says that Victoria.
So, is this the signal?
And Coke.
Yep.
Did you watch the demo?
Nope, I didn't have time.
Okay. So, you saw the spot where I show you where he keeps defaulting, like his scan rate or his sweep rate looks like it's within like the first fourth
Yep.
of the dial, like the one line down from like the fourth line, I think it was.
Yep.
Was basically where he keeps like defaulting it to.
Okay.
And then there was the setting that blends it together seems interesting because like the thing about IP is I hate how it chops like like that, and he has it to where it'll flow together. And I thought that would be a good setting to use. This is
You
the
know
one.
where that setting was, what it was?
Give me 2 seconds.
All right. 1, 2.
3. Okay, wait. I forgot I had 73 screenshots of that article I didn't use. And me flipping off the camera.
Yeah, beer brats, man. Start
Okay.
Next thing you know, you want beer brats. Beer brats or brats? Brats. Beat on the brat with a baseball bat. Oh yeah.
It was the select, I think, when it says sweep mode next to the power button.
Yep.
Down, yeah, I think it's like select because then it selects itself. Oh, wait, that's to randomize it. So we want that down and then shit. I can't tell from the screenshot because I have them. Oh, I could turn stuff out. Yeah, so the select I think is cool because instead of it just going straight from station to station, it's more random and more easily manipulated because it's going to just pick a station and then like just go to a spot and mute and unmute like in its own way. I like that better than just an IP just going, just my own personal preference. But I can't remember where that blend thing was.
Let's see how it sounds
Yeah.
with this one.
I'm going to go back to what I wrote to you earlier.
They say a jalapeno?
I think it did.
Baby spinach.
Baby spinach. I think that's what it said.
Yeah, yeah.
Baby spinach.
Fade sweep option.
Vegetables and didn't eat them because they assumed that it would make them.
So wherever the fade sweep option was is the thing that
Oh, actually, oh, maybe like women really needed the.
because there's a lot to this, more than I even thought. Like,
Yeah, there is.
you can change those buttons around, like how you have the phaser course reverb up there. You can make that like he's got like 10 different distortion, like all these different settings. So you can customize all that and then put your presets in if you wanted a preset. So if we find something that we like, we should save it.
Don't you understand, Roy? That stands so it means he's alive. He's out there.
Yeah, Laura, this one is a IP station one. And so it might be harder to catch what you're trying to catch right now. But definitely we can see if it will. Yeah, it's IP station, so there's gonna be some old radio sounds. You guys are gonna hear a lot of different radio. It's similar to SCD1, remember?
Yeah.
How it sweeps IP stations and Banshee box. And that's why I like the random part of it, because it just throws more randomness into it.
Yeah, do the spirits celebrate Thanksgiving?
Your way to buy.
Damn, my room smells like weed. Don't know why. So something like this too, like if you're actually going to be asking questions and stuff, it would be good, because then you're going to listen, like if there is a radio station and it pulls like a relevant response.
Making fun of him though about shaving his little thing and his prefer.
So I'm weird about the IP ones.
Yeah, a couple of people heard
Where are you? Where are you?
About 300 yards from the.
a couple of people heard you're way too high, and then you're like,
Oh, wow.
"Ooh."
Yeah, it smelled like a hit, like how you talked about the smoke. It smells like someone blew a hit, and I don't smoke in here.
Just saying I will not ban fracking. Those kinds of things don't work.
Don't ban fracking.
Nah.
Nah.
I'm a ghost.
Ross to former Vice President Joe Biden.
Millions of women and girls further into poverty and increasing all forms of violence against.
Всегда получается становится чуть-чуть.
It's shocking images.
Не столько люди будут.
Okay. Can anybody help manipulate the radio to say one of the names that Lara wanted to hear confirmed? Can you guys say it through Rob's box?
Something like
This word I'm looking at, this name right now I'm looking at. Can you say this name on Rob's side?
in the same crap you've seen over.
Can you tell us what name we're looking for?
Would it for the Democratic Party?
Oh,
Out of 42-year government career, at the CIA.
Million votes would change outcome.
she'd like to know if
Those are my lines. Those are his
a couple of things about him, if Spirit can help us validate first that we're trying to connect with him.
Yes, and one thing's for darn sure, what you're hearing in me.
What's if that was a response, what would be for sure? Is it in relation to what she's asking? Can you tell us if he's alive or if he's passed? If he's not able to come through himself? Can you help us validate the name, please? It might be hard to figure this new one out. Go ahead and mess with it. If you want to help, we appreciate it. She really would appreciate it.
Oh, shit, sounds like some dragnet going
That
on.
was some menacing. Can you say that, what name does he usually call her? Can you confirm that?
Get down! More of the excitement. Get down again!
Can you tell us if the EVPs she's getting are from who she thinks it is? Is that really who's coming through, or is somebody tricking her? Is somebody trying to connect with her? Why is he trying to get her attention right now if he is? Was there anything that he wants to get through to her right now? Because she's listening.
I'm one of those many in support of Major Dames.
That sounded like the whistle from Winds of Change of Scorpions, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, now I'm curious, was that the Scorpions?
I can pick him back up, right. He's always a...
Well, is there anybody else in chat that you guys
look at any type of voting fraud allegation. They're all
might want to try to get a message to through this box?
Thanks, next door.
Is there anybody with Rob right now?
Global ballot, and it's technically not a.
This is business as well as individual.
Whoa.
I guess it wasn't Scorpions. Wait, what? What's him? What'd you hear?
Of many Republican legislators in the House and Senate.
That one? If he's here, can you say who we're trying to?
in Canada and really his 14-year-old as well.
Do you know who?
Until it gets rebuilt, it's going to see when you're.
Do you know who she's trying to connect with?
For those that are trying to push the limits a little bit, but we always recommend.
If she's got anybody else around her that can validate, can you help tell her if he's alive or if he's passed? Some of her other angels.
Мощнейший очаг напряженности для российской
Was that in Spanish?
Something like that.
The animus, you make the man of the Republican Party. Trying to convince you I don't hurt. I'm calling for what I don't have.
You heard his name, Laura?
Do you do interviews, for example, the German press?
It's coming through really loud on my end. Can you tell Linda?
Hey, drivers, how do you stay in?
Can you tell Linda what was going on in the hotel room?
So the Germans, the Brits.
Hawaii. Right, absolutely.
Something about
9833.
1933. Is that relevant to anybody? Is that what they said?
To transportation, drivers are always essential.
Shot is that the population of the planet will.
This one just started going.
So you're going to see the worst, the worst.
Damn, it's like hella going.
I was going to say, I fully heard Hawaii. That's where the hotel is you're talking about?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I fully heard what was going on in the hotel room in Hawaii?
So this woman with issue.
But doesn't like to come in.
Oh, it stopped.
Well, that's 45 minutes.
Consciousness.
Пожалуйста, что это за приложение такое? Чем оно для Украины?
I don't know what language that is.
I don't know. I thought I heard whore.
Then they bring you up into the plane, and you're not allowed to jump out of the plane on three. Okay?
You talk about health care.
That sounded funny.
We get away from you.
when you're hanging off the wing of a
I
plane.
thought they said about the plane.
The Troy Brown game. Yeah, you know, they were winning.
What?
Yeah.
Hear that right?
Guy right now, in all seriousness, is that
I don't think they normally say that.
Not right now.
Major Dames, morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
My warped head makes like weird stuff out of some of that, I think.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Find out about the
Radio PJHG. I'm on break. Down changes in the world. And what would you do with that 47?
I thought I heard of
If you have 40 seconds to live, you know it.
I started talking, I thought I heard your name.
Time to handle some of those sweeter dishes.
Who's got 40 seconds to live? That's like pretty short notice.
She stumbled well in
Same plane?
Wait through some of that heaviness, but also nice compliment.
Yeah, I'm in West Covina, California.
And she got healed when she made breakfast that morning. I like the name Almeida. It sounds fun.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and
Yeah.
To you too.
So that's the name of the game.
Baby. Right, I was exhausted. We were sitting in the hole.
Yeah, Ulrich's hearing some of the stuff I think I'm hearing.
Tim in North Dakota. So what do you...
Well, spirits, we're about at the end of the show, so.
Because you have to have hope for faith to give substance to.
Okay. Well, spirits, since it's Thanksgiving, what should we be thankful for?
Believe that I'm able to do this. They said in him, yea.
Sounded like a preacher talking.
It was not something he would do.
With Metallica playing in the background.
Earlier, I didn't know if I heard Metallica Party or a Republican Party. I'm like, are they talking about a political party or they say Metallica Party?
The 8th chapter of Matthew.
Yeah.
The 8th chapter of Matthew. All right, spirits. Well, thanks for talking.
Twice pleaded guilty to lying.
I think they were talking about Michael Flynn. Well, anyway, spirits, thanks for talking with us. We're going to turn the ghost box off in 5, 4.
It could have been a rebel. I don't remember that. Yeah.
Michael Flynn.
By the way,
3, 2, 1. Good night, spirits. Happy Thanksgiving.
You're gonna have to yell at us again.
Yeah, we don't have to yell at you. We'll talk to you soon.
We're more physical, rougher, metaphysical.
All right, there you go. A little bit more with the signal. Spirit communication from Keith Weldon. Starting to get it dialed in a little bit. It's taken a little bit to get it dialed in, but I think we're starting to get there.
Yeah, like rule of thumb, 2 weeks of continuous use, and we only just flipped it on last week.
Yeah.
I mean, have you messed with it a lot?
I have messed with it absolutely none since last week. I haven't messed with anything but all the crap I got going on. I'm getting ready to go cook sweet potatoes now that it is 2 o'clock in the morning here. So that's what I'll be doing for a bit.
Good.
Well, anyways, hope everybody has a happy, wonderful Thanksgiving, and stay safe out there. And again, I want to personally thank Jamie for getting me involved back in the Weird Wednesday.
I want to thank all of you guys, though, for getting us involved in this.
That's true.
Happy anniversary to everybody, because otherwise it'd just be us.
Sitting here bullshitting.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Always coming every week. We love you. And we will talk to you soon. Don't eat too much tomorrow. If you do, say screw it, take a nap, you know?
Wear your stretchy clothes.
Yeah, wear stretchy pants tomorrow. And y'all have a good one. And we'll talk to you soon. Good night.